As you can see, Saint Nicholas was here. And here you see Tommy's Saint Nicholas present part 2. One was in the boots and one on his Christmas plate. And every morning when Tommy has to work, I prepare him his breakfast. I usually only drink coffee so early in the morning, and now I read in my Christmas carol. Hello everybody, good morning. It's not morning for me, but this will be the first part of Vlogmas and maybe you watch it in the morning. I don't know, I will stay with good morning. I like the first part of Vlogmas to be a part where you actually hear my voice. Today is Saint Nicholas Day. It's one of my favorite days in December. We already celebrated Saint Barbara on the 4th and today is December 6th and that means Saint Nicholas, or how we call him in German, Heiliger Nikolaus. And before I forget, I promised Christina that I say something in German for Ruby and George because they were asking themselves, does Anna speak German? Yes! All Germans speak German, Ruby and George. And would you like to hear me speaking German? Because maybe it sounds funny for you. Heute feiern wir den heiligen Nikolaus und der heilige Nikolaus ist in den USA bekannt als Santa Claus. And what I just said was today we celebrate Saint Nicholas, who is known in the US, in America, as Santa Claus. And it's interesting because we have two different men in Germany who visit us and gives us presents. The one is the Bishop Saint Nicholas, who lived in the 3rd century. He was a bishop, as I said, and he was a theologian as the Council of Nicaea, I think you say it in English, Nicea in German. And he did a lot of good things as a theologian and for the poor people. So he comes to us Germans on the 6th of December during the night usually. Most people can't see him. It's mean because my parents always saw him and they always told me, oh, Saint Nicholas, we saw Saint Nicholas, for example, when they went shopping or something. And then they said, I think you were nice. You are on the nice list. You might receive something from Saint Nicholas. And they always spoke the truth. I always received something for Saint Nicholas. Even today as a grown-up, I received a game for Saint Nicholas. Mostly in our Saint Nicholas boots, because we prepare our boots, we clean them the day before in the evening and put them out in front of the door. And mostly we receive candy and chocolate, mandarins and oranges or nuts in our boots and one little present. Yeah, Saint Nicholas is very generous. And then we have in Germany two figures who give us our presents on Christmas Eve. As you know, we receive them in the evening, so on Christmas Eve, and you Americans, and I think the Britons as well, they receive, or you receive the presents on the 25th in the morning. So some people receive their presents from Santa Claus in Germany. But Santa Claus in German is called Weihnachtsmann. Weihnachtsmann would be in English the Christmas man. It's the same Santa as you have in the US, but we call him Weihnachtsmann, Christmas man. I think that's funny. And other people in Germany, like when I was a child, or like me when I was a child, we received our presents from the Christ child, das Christkind in German. So the Christkind is the baby Jesus, is Jesus the child himself. And I received the presents from the Christ child. Every family has different traditions, and some get the presents from Santa Claus, and they know who they have to visit. Santa Claus and the Christ child are best buddies, and they know in which house they have to go and lay down the presents. And also the Christ child is always invisible. Yeah, I have never seen the Christ child. I think only parents can see the Christ child, because I'm a grown-up now and I haven't seen it yet. But my parents could see the Christ child, and the friends of my parents were able to see the Christ child. So I think there must happen something magically when you become a parent, that you can see the Christ child and the Christmas man, Santa Claus. I'm very curious how it will be when I have children. I hope I can see Santa Claus and the Christ child. I'm looking forward to that very much. But today we celebrate Saint Nicholas. And I have written a post on Instagram what we know about Saint Nicholas, or a few things we know about Saint Nicholas. He was fighting against heretics in the theologian teaching, because as nowadays, back then the people were a little bit confused when it came to theology. They had to find out a lot of stuff, and many people did horrible mistakes. And then people like the bishop, Saint Nicholas, protected what we believe against wrong things and wrong teachings. So he was very famous and important for that. But most of the people here don't know that. They celebrate Saint Nicholas as the protector of the weak and the poor, and especially as the friend of all children, because he is always so generous. He helped out poor children on a daily basis as a bishop. He didn't forget about the poor people, and that is why he was very loved and famous already during his lifetime, because many saints become popular many years after they have died. But he was very popular already back then. And I love Saint Nicholas. I can remember Saint Nicholas visited our kindergarten when I was so small, maybe. I think I was 4 or 5 years old, and I went to a Catholic kindergarten, and so we had a visit by him, and he had his golden book with him, and he was reading out if we were good or bad. And thankfully most children were very good. And we received something from him, like nuts and mandarins, as I told you. And then he asked us what our wishes for Christmas were. And I was so excited to see Saint Nicholas that when he asked me, I told him my biggest wish for Christmas would be hugging Saint Nicholas. And then he said, oh, that is a wish that can come true today. And I was allowed to hug Saint Nicholas. I was so thrilled and so excited and so happy. Yeah, that is a very fond, lovely memory of mine. And that is today, Saint Nicholas Day. And for Saint Nicholas, my neighbor often crafts something. So she crafts the whole year. She's a crocheter. And we receive something from her always for Saint Nicholas and Christmas. And I had this on my door today, and I will open it with you now. She said these are egg cozies. So I will avoid the crinkling and cut it open. Oh, that is so cute. Okay, that seems to be a snowball. So an ornament. That is so cute. And here is the egg cozy. That comes very handy, because I said this in my podcast that will be published on the weekend already, that I use egg cozies every weekend because we eat eggs boiled, cooked, and now again there is the question, do we cook or boil eggs? Because usually you boil water and you cook everything else, but I don't know how you do this with eggs. Well, but we eat eggs every weekend for breakfast, and I like to keep them warm. Here's the other one. And the second ornament. That is so cute. And it's sparkle yarn. I don't know if you are able to see that it is sparkling. Yeah, we received that from her today. During the summer she always reads on her balcony, and during autumn and winter she is crocheting like nobody's business. She is mass producing little gifts for the Christmas season, but also for Easter and for weddings and for every occasion. Yeah. Then I wanted to show you something I received when I was in Vienna. I usually buy my makeup in or at the body shop. They have my favorite products. And because I reached a certain amount, I received this as a gift. And I put it away, did not open it, so I can open it in the season because it has Christmas scents or winter scents. Here is a body butter. I love the body butter. I use it usually, and not during the week, but on the weekends after showering or bathing. Almond milk. I don't know how this smells, so we will find out now. Oh, yeah, I like that. Almond milk, okay. Then we have almond milk shower gel. Shower cream, do you say gel or gel? Gel, shower cream. And hand balm. Calming and protecting hand balm for sensitive and dry hands. Almond milk and honey. This has honey in additional. These two have almond milk and honey, and this is only almond milk. Okay, I have to smell that now. Ah, lovely. Yeah, okay. That was something I wanted to share with you. And I bought these 4 balls of cotton yarn. It has 50 gram and 115 meter for 3 to 4 size needles, so 3 to 4 millimeter. And I would like to make coasters or pot holders out of those. I don't know. I have so many other projects I want to do, but maybe I can squeeze these in. Yeah. Yesterday, Tommy and I have been in a city called Jena, and we visited the Christmas market, but we didn't have so much time because we went shopping in Jena. And that is why we only went over the Christmas market. But I filmed a few snippets I will put into this Vlogmas, and I hope we can visit Jena soon because this Christmas market was very lovely. Not so crowded, and yeah, you had enough space and a lot of stalls with delicious drinks and foods and so on. I like that. And they were playing Christmas music. I enjoyed it very much. And I was looking for new glasses because I don't like my glasses. And the pair I had, in addition to the ones I'm wearing now when I craft, are broken. Let's say broken. So I picked out some glasses already, but then I have to make a test so they know which glasses I need, because the last test I made was 2016 when I had my first glasses. And what else? Oh yes, and we went shopping. That was I was going to say, because it's very difficult where we live, because we live deep in the countryside. It's very hard to get organic stuff. Organic meat, organic and seasonal vegetables and so on. You get so easily vegetables and fruits that are not seasonal at all. For example, strawberries and I don't know what zucchini is in English. I don't know the word zucchini, or melanzani, or is it in English melanzani or aubergine? I always know the Italian and the German words. Or you can easily get, I don't know, all these things, yeah, and the standard stuff like apples, pears, and these things. But when it comes to vegetables, I like to cook regional, seasonal, and organic. And if I don't find organic, at least seasonal and regional. And by seasonal, I don't mean season, like salt, pepper, and so on. I mean vegetables that that are available now. Like you can store apples and pears and all the different cabbages and so on. Yeah, and it's not easy to get them here. I don't know why. You can get tomatoes all year round, which is crazy. Yeah, but no fennel, for example. That's sad. So we went shopping in an organic supermarket, or a supermarket for organic stuff. And it was lovely that you didn't have to read all the descriptions to find out what is exactly in these things, because the food industry is like a chemical industry nowadays. And yeah, I try to keep an eye on what I eat. And I know it's pricier, but so I give up other things, for example, yeah, or eat less. Or for example, we only drink water, tea and coffee usually, and sometimes on the weekends we have juice or Coke or something. But you know, what we save there we can spend on the other end. Yeah, that's that. So today I produced a podcast that will go live on the weekend, and I want to work on my pattern, my design. So many of you suggested to call it macaroon socks, and that is funny because I recorded the podcast and the Vlogmas of yesterday at the same time, or in the same hour, and you will hear it in the podcast, because in the podcast I say, well, I see macaroons, but the colors aren't so macaroon typical because they are neon and black. So maybe you come up with a fancy name. And you all said macaroons! Besides other suggestions. So that enforces me to maybe really call this pattern something with macaroons, because I saw it as well. Yeah, funny. Okay, now I need a third cup of coffee. I will make a little break because I sat in front of the PC nearly the whole morning. And yeah, we will see each other tomorrow, or maybe even today. I don't know. Maybe I will record something, but I don't think so. So, however, have fun with Vlogmas. While Tommy reads Harry Potter to us, I'm knitting the Pearl Soho bandana cowl out of very, very thick yarn with 10mm needles. Very exhausting for the hands. Maybe you are looking for a way you can wrap and gift your hand knit socks. Here is how I do it this year. Today I try a new recipe and use all the delicious things we bought in the organic supermarket yesterday.